Hi, Jim Schreiner. I'm here today looking for warriors. You might ask yourself, what's a warrior? You know, we've all heard the term a champion. Well, what's a champion? A champion is when somebody gets knocked down, they get back up. Muhammad Ali was a fantastic champion. George Foreman was a fantastic champion. Every time they got knocked down, they got back up. Well, I'm looking for warriors. What's a warrior do? A warrior is a champion that gets back up, but also helps lift others up around them. That's a warrior. And that's what my wife taught me over 25 years. She had this amazing way of not only being a champion, but being a warrior. She had a way of picking up everyone else around her, and that's why I'm talking to you. I'm sick and tired of people whining about, you know what, Starbucks got their milk wrong. They put whole milk instead of fat-free, or they forgot to use almond milk, or you know what, your boss doesn't like you. Man up. I'm going to show you a story today about a true warrior that had everything in life to complain about. But instead of complaining, she became a warrior. She got up, she became a champion, and she helped pick others up around her, including myself. You know, I wear this medallion because before she died, my wife gave it to me. And I wear her rings around her necklace because I'll never forget the impact that this woman had on my life, and she's going to have on your life when you hear this story. You know, a lot of people, I hear all these motivational speakers talking about, you know, how do you get your dreams? You want the bigger car, the bigger house. How do you get all this fancy stuff, cars, planes, automobiles? And I hear people all the time talking about, how do I get mine? I want mine. Well, the problem is, it's all about me, or I. And you're forgetting the most important fact. If you want anything in life, it's not about you. It's about what are you willing to do for someone else? What are you willing to do when the times get tough? What are you willing to do for someone that you don't even love, let alone someone that you love? What are you willing to do for humanity? That's what we're talking about. I'm looking for warriors. You know, I was once a champion. You know, a lot of you heard my story and you're going to see pictures on there. At 16, I was paralyzed by a tumor in my spine. Specialists told me I'd probably never walk again. But when I did walk, I got in the gym. I dedicated my life to rebuilding my body. And I went out to California and became one of the first American gladiators. Yes, I'm proud of that accomplishment. I proved to everyone that I was a champion. But all I was focused on was myself. All I was focused on is what could I get out of life, until I met the most amazing woman I've ever known, Jules. Shortly after we were married, my wife had already been diagnosed with a very rare form of rheumatoid arthritis. And as you see from the pictures that I'm going to be showing on the screen, this disease was not kind. It totally destroyed her body. But she was a warrior. Not only did she get up after every surgery, but she found a way to pick others up around her. I was literally standing in hospital rooms beside the nurses' stations when nurses would beg to have my wife as a patient, because they knew she was kind, she was considerate, she was generous, and all she cared about was them, not herself. She was the most selfless person I've ever known, and that's what she taught me about being selfless. And that's what I want to talk to you today. Guys, I'm not looking for champions. This world needs warriors. I need you to get up, man up, and figure out what to do for someone else. What are you willing to do for someone else? At 43 years old, my father had his first open heart surgery. He couldn't go back to work. They let him go. He could barely get a job. So what did we do? My wife and I manned up. We became warriors. And I took care of both my parents until the day they died. My mom recently passed away just 3 days after my wife. I took care of my mother the best I could because I cared more for her than I cared about myself. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Yes, you need to care about yourself, but here's what I learned. When you care more for others, when you dedicate your life to helping others, guess what? You not only respect and care for yourself, but the universe takes care of you. The universe has done an amazing job of taking care of me. Why? Because I care more about others than I care about myself. Shortly into my marriage, my wife got deathly sick. For over 20 years, we battled this disease together. We fought like champions, like warriors. my wife was a warrior. You're going to see some graphic pictures on the screen of images that were taken all throughout our marriage. I had to man up. I had to become a warrior. Somebody had to do it. How could I leave this woman? This was the woman I loved. What will you do when life gets tough? Will you run, or will you stand up and become a champion and a warrior? I'm looking for warriors. Look at these images. A little over 5 years ago, my wife not only had to have her neck fused 3 times, look at the fractures in her spine, look at the fractures in her neck. This disease crippled her body. She never complained. All she cared about was how to pick up others around her, how to make this world a better place. Shortly after that, you look at the images, my wife had to have both of her legs amputated. Guys, man up. You got it made. Do you have both your feet? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have water to drink? Do you have food on your table? Guess what? Then you got nothing to complain about. Life has already blessed you. You need to man up and become a warrior. Learn how to make this world a better place. Forget about I. Forget about me. You need to start looking out for us, the universe. The universe has blessed me beyond my wildest dreams because I manned up. I became a warrior. And I learned that from my wife, the most amazing warrior I've ever known. It's not about you. What are you doing for someone else? If you want anything in life, stop asking yourself, how can I get this? Why don't I have that? Why am I not driving the new car or the bigger house? You're asking the wrong question. The question is, how can I get people on the universe what they want? What can I do for them? Because when you figure out what to do for them, the universe will do for you. It doesn't happen the other way around. It doesn't happen as me. It happens with we. What are you doing for other people? What are you doing to make the universe a better place? You know, all throughout my life, I've strived to be a better man. You know, recently I went up to Boston and I asked where my business partner was. He's been running our company. And they said, you know what? He's working in shipping. I said, well, why in the world would he be working in shipping? Because it needed done. He is so focused on helping others, so focused on being the best, so focused on helping more people that he's willing to get in the trenches and do whatever it takes to help our company survive. That's a warrior. He could have said, hey, piss on that, I'm not working in shipping, I'm beneath that. No, it needed done. So he went in shipping and he packed boxes like everyone else. What are you willing to do for someone else? Towards the end of my wife's life, she was practically bedridden. She couldn't go to the bathroom on her own. She couldn't even wipe her ass. She could barely get out of bed. What did I do? I manned up. I became a champion and a warrior. What are you willing to do for someone else? I wiped her, I bathed her, I showered her, I did her hair and makeup. And you know what else I did? I cleaned the house, I did laundry. I scrubbed the toilets, I kept this place a sanitary bathroom. Did I want to do that? No. I wish that somebody else could have done it, but I manned up. I became a warrior. I'm looking for warriors. I'm looking for men that are tired of just being champions and they're ready to be warriors. If you want to be a warrior, reach out to me through jimschreiner.com. I'll personally mentor you for free. You know, the world has already blessed me. The universe has already taken care of me. Recently, as a matter of fact, I sold my house on the beach in Florida, and I live in a tiny home where I travel the country. I live in a 200 square foot home, and I travel the country and preach health, wellness, and these techniques that I'm teaching you. The universe already gave me more than I need. I sold that house, and I practically gave over $250,000 to my best friend and said, here, build your company. Pay me back whenever you can. Because the universe has always taken care of me. Why? Because I'm proud to say I'm a warrior. I learned that from my wife. She instilled it in me and made me a better man. Why? I have now more compassion, more caring, more giving, more integrity than anybody else on the planet because I learned it from the best. And now I'm passing it on. If you want anything in life, if you want that nice house, that nice car, if you want anything in life, find out what you can do for others. Find out what you can do for humanity. And like me, the universe will bring you everything that you've ever desired. But stop thinking about you. Start thinking about us, them, the bigger picture. What will you do for someone else? I'll see you on the road.